Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. We are back with another fine episode of the Mix It Up. We're going to be talking about some probably only two topics this week. Nick, what topics are they, man? How's it going?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, hanging in there. I'm fucking chilling right now. I'm on to the next fucking realm almost. I'm getting
Nice.
there. I'm flying the kite. You know what I mean?
Realm it up, baby. Realm it up.
That's it.
All right. Our topics this week are how New York City is basically forcing everybody to get vaccinated, or you cannot enjoy beautiful dinners in their establishments. Yeah, I guess you can't go bowling or do anything in Manhattan other than walk around. And our second topic is how some people are just racist still in this world.
That's racist!
Unfortunately, that's true, man. So, like, one of the guys on Twitter, actually, friend of the podcast, McKnight. If you guys want to go follow him at TJ_McGraw12, he thought this would be a good topic. We're talking about, Nick Bosa. He's a star defensive lineman for the San Francisco 49ers, but his wife been caught on camera like saying, or wife, girlfriend, whatever the hell she is, but she's fucking hot, man. She's a 10. Like, so basically she got caught saying the N-word like multiple times while claiming she's an N-word magnet. As a bonus, she's also like homophobic, calling gay people like, faggots or whatever.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
So she said like all that
F words. She called them F words.
Actually, I should say that F words. But it's funny because did you hear, Nick, like that Matt Damon came out and said he doesn't use the F word anymore because of his daughter?
Which F word?
Oh no, the F word we're talking about, faggots. Like, let me just.
Why, she's a lesbian?
No, like. I don't know. Like, I don't even know how old her daughter is, Matt Damon's daughter. But she came out and Matt Damon said, correct me. Let me correct myself. Matt Damon said he never said the F word, right, in his life. But I don't buy that for a second. My man grew up in fucking Boston. He was probably saying that. He's probably one of his first words was probably that word that he learned as a kid. Come on, man. Like, he's just straight up fucking lying. But whatever, like, that's neither here nor there. I was just talking about that. Just happened to remind me of that shit. But Nick Bosa's wife came out, said all this fucking crazy shit. And now, like, this guy is like, or, any like journalist or whatever that's bringing this fucking story up, they're just like throwing Nick Bosa under the bus. Like, should he be like held responsible because the chick, like, he's banging, like, said some crazy fucking racist shit? Why is this his fault? Like,
the answer to that question is no. Nick Bosa should not be held accountable. Number one, who gives a flying fuck about Nick Bosa's girlfriend?
Right.
If anybody cares what this woman has said, then you got to move on and find a fucking hobby. If Nick Bosa's girlfriend could get under your skin or fucking stir you up, there's plenty of people out there like Nick Bosa's girlfriend. Fuck them. Who gives a shit what they fucking say? I know that you can say, oh, well, it adds to the whole fucking thing. But why is it even a topic? Why should I know what Nick Bosa's girlfriend says in private? I don't give a fuck what she says. That's the thing. Like, everybody knows what everybody says. And eventually, once Elon Musk really controls us all, everybody's going to know what we all think. And then we're all fucked. We're going to jail for our thoughts.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, like what she said or whatever, but you're right. Like, who gives a shit? And I'll tell you that it's like kind of like it's a weird question, like you asked, because the reason why this article came out is because, the guy that pretty much brought it to our attention was like Robert Little, BSO. Like, he's like kind of like one of the
Lil Bob. We should call him Lil Bob. I don't know who Robert Little is, but his nickname's Lil Bob.
Little bitch, But he's kind of like the pro-black type or whatever. There's a few people on it, which I found weird, by the way. If there's pro-black people like him,
who is he?
Sharpton. So he's just a guy that writes articles about like, anything like that a white person does that's wrong. Like, he'll attack them and go after them. He's like one of the first ones.
Okay.
He's like kind of like this other guy, Tariq Nasad or whatever on Twitter. He's also kind of that way. And it's weird, like, I don't follow those people. They just come across my timeline. And on the opposite side too, like when you have like the pro-white people, like with pretty much the KKK in the background on their fucking profiles, they write out articles about fucking black people and them doing their shit. So you get hit from both sides, just people like, retweeting it or liking it, and it comes up on the timeline. So I seen this shit pop up on the timeline. So I wrote at him, I'm like, you're like pretty much what you said, Nick. I'm like, what does this have to do with Nick Bosa? Here comes the cancel culture parade. Nobody gives a shit what his fucking girlfriend thinks. Is he supposed to control her? You know what I mean? It's like it's stupid journalism. Like, first off, like she's pretty fucking hot. Like, she's a 10. Like, I would love to just try to like bang the racism out of her.
Thanks.
And like just to like, try to like cure her.
Okay.
But I can't, you know what I mean? It's not my place, you know what I mean? But listen, it's what it is. Like, she said it, like, he don't control her, nor should he. But at the same time, it doesn't look good in his favor if he has like, his girl that, kind of like saying that kind of shit.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, definitely doesn't look good for his fucking image, but we'll see if he cares or not.
I mean, yeah, if he dumps her, right?
Exactly.
Like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, yeah, I give a shit, like, what she thinks. He'll probably just dump her, like, in the public eye, just to look good. You know what I mean? But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's like, he don't give a shit. Like, yeah, I'm banging this fucking, bitch.
Imagine imagine he mans up and he goes like this. Huh, yeah, man, who gives a... I really don't give a shit, man. Look at her. Look at her. Imagine that's just his response to everybody. Look at her.
That would be the best fucking response, man. I would be like, yo, thank you. Finally, some brutal fucking honesty in the fucking world. I would eat that kind of honesty up, man. I wish more people wouldn't be so fucking PC when it comes to situations like this, or even talking about it. Like, some people like don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. But you'll hear that on the Mix It Up podcast. We don't give a shit. We're gonna talk about everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, because everything that we've said already, somebody can respond back to like, yeah, but you're just like enabling people with that type of like thought process or whatever. But we're really not, because I mean, that she's allowed to say whatever the fuck she wants. Freedom of fucking speech, right? Is it wrong? Yeah, she shouldn't be going around saying stupid shit like that. But we're not enabling her by fucking like telling her she's a piece of shit and like killing her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing exactly?
I mean, I don't know. Like, do people try to like cancel Nick Bosa or try to protest at his football games? Like, I don't know. Like,
some people will.
Yeah, do people like? I just don't understand. Like, why do people give a shit? Like, I don't give a shit what anybody fucking thinks. To be honest with you, if she said that like in front of like my friends that are of like different colors and ethnicities or whatever, then I'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my friends.
You have different colored friends. You have all different colored friends. Like, what color?
I have like more whites than not. A couple like grays, light brown, dark
grays.
Brown,
did you say
black.
gray?
Yeah, my alien friends. So I have a few of them. My dog's like kind of like a fawnish color.
You said all my different colored friends. my purple, my green friends.
Yeah, they're all fucked up. So you know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is when it comes to that kind of shit. Like, just don't fucking, I don't know, don't say anything like fucking wrong. Don't be a dick. That's all it comes down to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get over the fact that like people could have that opinion about another person without even meeting them. Like, if I meet you and then you're a fucking like really like an asshole, like a piece of shit, and I hate you, then like, hey, listen, I have a reason. You know what I mean? You're just an asshole.
Yeah. Then
I'm allowed to have that opinion, but just not. You can't just like judge a book by its cover, like they say.
Yeah,
that's just silly.
I mean, I like to judge books by their cover. If you think about it, it's marketing, right? You should judge a book by its cover. I'm not talking about humans, but when you pick up a book,
hold on.
When you pick up a book,
right? Yeah, right. Well, if I do pick up the book and I see the cover and it's like interesting,
they could totally fool you by a good book cover.
Yeah, and then you read it and then it sucks.
Yeah,
yeah.
Saying is just it's a terrible saying. It's not. There's a lot of good sayings, but that one doesn't work.
I'm sorry I brought it up. It was just a fucking terrible saying. We should like if there's a book of sayings out there, like we should write to them and have that eliminate that saying because you're right, it just doesn't make any sense.
Everybody judges everything by its cover. You buy a car because you're like, oh, that shit looks good, right? You approach a girl because you're like, oh, shit look good, right? You buy a dog because you're like, oh, that looks cute. You're like, good. You judge everything by its fucking cover.
Remember we were going to Blockbuster Video Rental? Like I was looking at the covers. I'm like, yo, that shit looks fucking good. Like I'm gonna go watch it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Fuck that saying. I think that's the title of the fucking show. Judge the book by its cover. Oh man. But anyway, let's take a quick break with the Mix It Up podcast, and we'll be back to talk about, you guessed it, COVID. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we are back with the Mix It Up podcast. Nick, what's this next topic we got to discuss, man?
How New York City and California. So it's like what, just New York City and the whole state of California has done this, I think, but
I don't know.
Because it's not the whole New York state of New York, but they're putting they're making you show proof of your vaccination in order to get into a restaurant, in order to get into entertainment areas, I'd imagine, pretty much to get into fucking anything, I guess, because who else is going to let you in their building, right? I mean, I'd imagine our job's going to be doing that down in Manhattan, probably, right? I mean, they are, but it's pretty wild. I mean, proof of vaccination from something that's not, I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything because, people have died from it and stuff like that. And I don't want to say anything like that. It's, this way or the other. But I mean, there's been way deadlier diseases out there that we didn't get vaccines for, right? How did like the swine flu die out? Where did that, like, was it just not as contagious?
That's a good question, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how it just all of a sudden, like, it just wasn't on the news anymore.
Right.
It's like, what happened? Like, who stopped it? Like, yeah, you're right, dude. We didn't. That's what I don't understand about this. And then it's coming out with different like variants, different shit. But it's like, all right, so they're gonna say like get the vaccine, and then this stops. What if a new variant comes out? What if another strain comes out? Then we got to get another fucking shot. And now they're trying to they're trying to force your hand. Like first they try to bribe us with like free donuts. Then all of a sudden they're trying to give us like $100 debit card in New York City. Now they're just like fucking with your lives. Like, listen, you want to go to this fucking Knick game? You want to go have dinner down here? You want to go to the gym? You have to show proof of vaccination. So like you have to literally inject something into your body, your own body. Like, I mean, you think it's going to end there? Then it's like you said, it's going to be like every building, every job. Your job is going to make you choose between working there or getting the vaccine. Like how, like then you pretty much your backup. You have your armor gets tied around your back. Your back is against the wall. Like there's nothing you can like do. Like I would probably be forced to get the shot like right there. Like what else are you supposed to do? Are you just supposed to quit? And then all of a sudden, like now what? Like you're out on the street looking for a job that probably doesn't exist anymore because you have to get vaccinated every fucking goddamn place. That's what it's coming down to. So talk about like taking your rights away. Like this is just, it opens up that fucking box, man. Like what's next? I think that's what a lot of people, like at least I'm worried. Like I'm starting to really get worried. Like, what happens if I decide to get the shot because I'm forced to, and then I have a bad reaction to it when I never wanted this shit in my body to begin with?
Right.
Like, is it my body, their choice? Is that what it is now? Scary, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and the most fucked up thing out of all of this is that we can't trust or believe anything that we're fucking told about it, anything, I think, ever from the government. Or the CDC,
right,
or the fucking FDA. And it's very disappointing that you can't turn on the news and believe what the fuck they're telling you. You can't believe the Delta variant is fucking something. You can't believe that this is something. You can't believe that the vaccine's not working. You can't believe that it is working. You can't believe anything that you're told. And some people say, yeah, you can, because the news is telling you that. And you're just listening to the frauds out there and all this shit. And it's like, who's the biggest fraud in this fucking world? Your government, your fucking media. I'm sorry to say that, guys, but they fucking are. Okay? If they have to fight tooth and nail to get something done just to benefit themselves, Democrats versus Republicans, and fuck you over. Think about all the people that were fucking hungry during the coronavirus, lost their jobs, couldn't feed their fucking families. And these motherfuckers are fighting over a $1,400 stimulus check, whether to release it, how much to release, when to release it, and you're over there fucking starving. And most people probably weren't like that. So they're like, oh, it's okay. I can't wait to get my stimulus check. We all got our stimulus check. Did we need it? Some of us did. Some of us needed it way more than fucking anything. And they were out there starving. And it's just a bunch of bickering between politicians. And you want to sit there and believe anything that comes out of their fucking mouth. Like it's fucking the holy grail. You want to believe them. That's fucking ridiculous, guys. Open your fucking minds up a little bit. Read something and don't be closed-minded to it. Enable yourself to maybe think something different, you know? And you might find that you believe it a little bit.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, dude, all that you just said, it's just, it makes you think about, like, you know, when they were handing and they're fighting over the stimulus checks, and, you know, people were really like desperate. And basically, like, that's nothing. It was nothing. That doesn't do anything, man. They took away, you know, their livelihoods went away. They had to close up shop. They were forced to close up shit. They had to listen to the government. Like, you think the government has your best interests at heart with this fucking, like, vaccine? Are you kidding me? Why do they want it? Why do they want to force it down your throat? Like, you got to, like, start, like, asking yourself questions about that. Why did they want the division to start with now the vax versus the anti-vax? Now it's creating more bickering between both sides, just like the protests were doing. The protests earlier were dividing people. Now it's the vax versus the unvax. Like, what's next? What more division do they want? You know, they want you poor. I mean, they pretty much like bankrupted most of the fucking the economy. Like, people like lost their fucking lives, man. People killed themselves over it. Yeah, it's just like all these factors that led in, and you just think everything's like okay if you get vaccinated, everything's just gonna magically go away. Like, you better be prepared for what's coming. Something bigger is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, look at France. Apparently they're tearing the fucking towns apart because of them forcing like the whole country to fucking get vaccinated, right?
Yeah,
what do you think is gonna happen here? People are gonna lose their shit. I mean, in certain cities, like, all right, New York City can probably be all right because it's filled with fucking hippies and like all this shit. And they're like, whatever, man. Yeah, I really don't see like an uproar happening in New York City, but it's going to happen in the Midwest and stuff like that, where these motherfuckers really feel for their fucking rights, their fucking freedom of everything. And they're not going to fucking have it.
No, because you only hearing about California and New York right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're testing the East Coast and West Coast.
Right.
And then like Middle America, we'll deal with them later on. They'll fucking go crazy themselves. But you're right, man. You imagine going down to these lands down fucking there and try to tell these people what to do. Imagine trying to tell somebody like that. Like, they have balls. They have real balls.
Oh, yeah.
They're not pussies like up here in the fucking big cities. Like, oh my God, I want to be able to go to Chipotle. I better get my fucking vaccination and then fucking, you know, piss on everybody else that didn't get the vax. You know, make them fucking feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you, man. These people got fucking real balls. That's going away.
These nuts.
That's fucking scary, man. Like, because eventually you're just going to be sheep in line, just doing what you're told. Just doing what you're told. That's all it's coming down to.
Yeah.
It's a very, very scary time. That's a slippery slope to force people like that by threatening them. They're threatening them. They're threatening you. You know? Oh, you want to go eat at this restaurant? You want to go eat down here? No, you got to have that vax. You got to show that paper.
Right.
Fuck that, man.
What are people in Manhattan supposed to do if they live there? They have to get it.
Do you get takeout?
And
what do you do? Do you work? Like, what do you do?
Dude, there's like 30 million people that go in and out of Manhattan every day or something like that. I want to see how many people live in. How many people live in NYC boroughs? Right. Let's check this out. All right, 8.39 million people are in the 5 boroughs. So it's something crazy, like, because people are obviously commuting a bunch. So it's like 15, 20 million people go in and out of the city every day. I could be making that up. I don't know. So
That's all right.
8.9 million people. There's 300 million people in the United States. What is that? 1%? No, not 1%. Do the math. Do the math, Nick. Mike, talk while I do math.
I can't. I'm just thinking of math. I'm like drawing blanks.
I declare
8.9. I think I'm doing this
bankruptcy.
Right.
Seems like a lot of people, though.
Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's all right.
So
So
how to use a calculator?
8% of 100 million. So 8. That would be 8. It's like 4. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like 1% or something like that. Actually, that's crazy. That's not a lot. I would have thought New York City had way more of the population.
Yeah, it just seems that way. It just seems like to me, like if you look out the Midwest, like 10 people live out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you get to California, then it's popping again.
Shit. I want to tell people to follow these dots on something and then see if they could formulate their own fucking the 4,000 viewers that are going to listen to this tomorrow.
I just don't want.
What?
I just don't want people like fighting with each other, like vax versus unvax. I think people should just be like, all right, you do what you want to do. Like how I look at everybody else. Like the people that got vaxxed, I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do. And the people that unvaxxed, like me, like I feel strongly that I wouldn't want to get it. You know, I think people should just let it go like that. But they're making it, the news is coming out making it sound like the unvaccinated are the ones that keeping this virus spread and go around. Like, how do they know that? Like, how do they figure that one out? But meanwhile, like people that already got the shot, like they got COVID, they call COVID again. So you got the vaccine, you call COVID. Yes, I know it's supposed to weaken your fucking symptoms, but you could still catch COVID. That's what the reason when they say, like, you know, if I didn't want to get a vaccine, that's the reason they give me. That's what I get on Twitter like all the time. It just weakens your systems. It doesn't mean you can't get it, but still, you're still getting the fucking thing. How do you know it's actually weakening the symptoms of it? How do you know that? By taking the vaccine.
Yeah.
Last time I had COVID, I thought I had COVID last year. Like I remember like feeling like a little ill. I got over it a couple of days. Like it was just it's like normal shit. Like it was a little different, but I got over it without medicine, without any fucking thing like that. So I don't know, like maybe that was just it with me with the symptoms, you know? They say it's underlying condition. So like, I don't know. I just don't know. Because this one guy on the fucking news, like he died of like sun poisoning, but they said he died of COVID, but he had really bad sun poisoning. And if you ever had sun poisoning, like I thought I was going to die when I got burnt on a top deck on a cruise back in the day, like 20 years ago. I looked like a fucking burnt potato, man. Like I look like the devil. Like the devil fucking woke up from the
devil's
top
dick.
Deck. Like, dude, I was red. Like it was fucking bad. Like, and I was so sick for like the remaining of the trip. I thought I was gonna die. Like I blistered up like on my chest, whatever.
Sun poisoning.
So, sun poisoning. Like you could actually die from that.
Yeah, of course.
Now they're blaming it on COVID or whatever. Like they blame everything on COVID. Like, and that has to be for money. It has to be for insurance purposes. It has to be.
There's got to be some reason why they're doing it, man.
All
right. This is what I want. This is what I want you to. This is the dots I want you to connect here. Ready?
Tell me. How many dots are there?
More dots.
I don't know.
Throw more dots. More dots. More dots.
And the dottage.
Come on, more dots.
Right? What all I know is the dots begin with a man who claims that eventually a virus will hit mankind again. Right? We all know who that man is, right? Fauci. Virus hits.
Yep.
Oh, let me go back a little bit.
A year later.
People start fighting against vaccinations.
Right.
Starting to move out of state, starting to claim their religious exemptions, even though they might not even be religious. They're just like, I'm not doing it. Right. They'll use whatever they can. That's fine. Some people do it the right way. Some people are very religious. They use it. Okay.
How many years ago was that, you think?
3 years ago. Oh, wait. With the vaccination?
When they first started that shit.
I don't know. It's probably, I feel like it has been about like 3 years, right?
Probably more than that, right? It seems like maybe like 5 even, but it seems like around that time. Okay.
Yeah, could be about 5 years. All right, so maybe that's the beginning of it, right? Then Fauci says there will be another virus. Virus fucking hits. Vaccine comes out. Different type of vaccine, apparently, right? Apparently, somebody told me that, I don't know, this could be wrong. This could be right. That they're not using a weakened version of the virus anymore, or a dead virus. They don't inject you with that. It's a modified vaccine, like made in a lab.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Okay. So who's to say that this vaccine wasn't being worked on before they unleashed the coronavirus? Being that it's man-made in the lab, if we were faced with this pandemic, why would we change our method of doing something if we hadn't already been planning on changing our method of doing something? Right?
That's a good point.
Why wouldn't we say, oh my God, the world's in turmoil. Take the flu vaccine and make it the same thing for the coronavirus so we can get out of this alive, right? Doesn't the flu vaccine work pretty well? Can you get the flu when you have the flu vaccine? I don't know.
That's what they say you can.
You can. You can?
You get like a little small, dosage of it, and you get like a little bit sick.
Oh, when you get it. But I'm saying, can you actually afterwards, like a month later, get the flu?
That's a good question. I would assume you would think so, right?
I don't think you can, because you've built up the antibodies, right? Wasn't that the whole fucking point of everything?
Or if it's a different kind of flu, then you could
if you get a different strand.
Kind of flu.
Right.
Yeah, different strands. That's what you get. I don't think you can get the same strand. No.
What I'd imagine is in the vaccine is the same thing that's in the fucking man-made coronavirus. They're just putting that in you.
Right.
And seeing how you fucking react to it, being injected with it instead of inhaling it. Right? Because if you think about it,
yeah, maybe
some people get symptoms from COVID and some people don't. Some people get symptoms from the vaccine and some people don't. Right? I mean, maybe they're just not affected by the corona, just like they're not affected in real life. They're not going to get affected by the vaccine, but
probably.
I don't think that there's anything good in that fucking vaccine personally, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere fucking near it. And if somebody forces me to, then we'll see what happens. But I mean, I have no problem staying in my house.
Right. I know. I'm like, I kind of got used to it like last year, like staying away from people. I don't want to do it again. I think a lot of people are so worried that they'll be locked down again. I think they would, if they got locked down again, I think a lot more people would lose their minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they would definitely, and I think a lot of people are scared of that. So the people that are really terrified, they want you desperately to get the vaccine, because all they're hearing is on the news like, oh, the unvaccinated is the one that's or super spreaders are gonna give it to you or whatever. But why? But maybe it is just them fucking taking a little bit of vaccine, giving it to people, because all the people that got got the COVID shot are catching COVID. It's not just the unvaccinated. Stop fucking listening to the news. So, what is in that shit? Like, I don't fucking trust that. I'm an adult. I don't want being forced to put something into my fucking body. Like, it just, I can't fathom that people would just allow that. There's a whole bunch of people like, oh yeah, let's get it. Yeah, fine. I'm like, huh? You don't question anything. It's a man-made virus, like, and then a man-made vaccine, like, that they rushed to market, like rushed. That shit was out like in no time. Would they have like millions of scientists working on it around the clock? It was just like, I don't know. That just seems like so suspect, and people just take it for face value. They just, I don't know. They just don't care, or just don't think that deep. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, they probably had the fucking vaccine before they even released the virus too, which is fucked up. That's why I don't buy the bullshit when they're like, all right, we'll need 6 months to get it done, right?
Right.
And then 5 months, we got it done. Let's release the vaccine. And it's like, oh, we only have this amount of the vaccine. Come on, guys. It's a fucking liquid. It's a liquid, like this much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could only produce so much at a time. Really? I mean, I don't know the process of it, but I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of pouring more of this in here and pouring some more of that.
I picture them stirring a big wooden spoon like it's fucking butter or some shit. They're fucking pouring out the vaccine that way. Like, it's just, I don't know. They probably could fucking give it to us like that way. There's no fucking way, man. They give it to us. They say it's free now. They say it's all free. Who's paying for that? we're paying for that fucking shot regardless. You know what I mean? So fuck out of here.
Yeah, fucking all the taxes that are probably on everything that like the milk and cookies and
right.
cheese balls.
Did you see receipt from CVS today? It said at the bottom COVID tax.
No, it doesn't.
Got nice. I was joking. But imagine you start seeing receipts like COVID tax.
Yeah.
No, we got to get that fucking money back.
For real. Yo, here's the real fucking question right here. Why can't the unvaccinated just go back to wearing masks if they want to go into a restaurant? That worked out pretty well, right? That was supposed to be effective, and we all did it.
They said it was effective.
I'll wear a mask if I have to go into a restaurant. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, like if that's like the new thing, but why is it different now? Did they just experiment with us with the mask on the first round? Maybe. And now the second round they're gonna try something else?
Could be.
You know? So like, hey, the mask really didn't like, you know, we fuck with them with the mask for a while. Let's fuck with them something. Let's shoot them up in the arm now. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. How many let's see what they could get away with, that type of deal.
Right.
You know, so like they always say, like, what's next? You know, what's next? You gonna fucking stick something on my butt? Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. You know? It's all
we'll leave that to you, sir. To stick shit up your butt.
Right. So you have you stick that thermometer up your asshole. Tell us you have a fever. Then you can get into this movie theater, you jackass.
You will not make that shot, you jackass. I input it there for you, Mike. You won't have to go fill in the hat again more.
I was looking it up right now.
You suck, you jackass.
I always pose questions on this podcast, which I never realized. Apparently, I always go. So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
Makes sense. I heard
question.
So let me ask you this question. When does it all end? When do they say, all right, finally, okay, enough people have been vaccinated? No. I'm sorry. Forget about that. When will you have to stop showing a vaccination card? So is your child eventually at the age of 7 going to have to get his vaccination card so he can show it at the library or to get into fucking school? Our newborn baby's going to be hit with this vaccine? Man. And they're going to have a fucking vaccination. Are they going to have a number on them?
Right. Like a little chip.
Is this where it's going?
Like a fucking barcode and shit.
This is all, oh my God, Mike. It's all going to the chip. It's all going, zip. Okay, yeah, he's vaccinated. Oh my God. We're headed to a fucking disaster, and we just uncovered it here on the Mix It Up podcast. Yeah, you heard it here first. We're fucked.
We're going to become half robots. No doubt. Everything's going to be stored, man. Everything's all about the fucking, all the fucking going into the matrix. That's pretty much what it is. You know, once they start scanning you and shit, like it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. Like you're going to have a barcode that you can't see, but it'll be there under a certain type of light. It'll be like almost like a kind of a tattoo type thing. Yeah. Like an invisible ink.
Right.
Type shit. And then you just like, they scan you with this magic ray gun that they're going to have. And then all your information is going to pop up. Like, it's like, that dude got fucking false teeth. Like, what the fuck? You're like, they're going to have all your fucking information on there.
Oh, yeah.
All fucking shit you don't want people to fucking know. They're going to be, and then, you know, you're going to get hackers that are going to be able to fucking like, oh shit, like, let me crack into that fucking barcode. Like, you're going to see chicks at bar. You're going to see the freaks. They're fucking little fucking, fucking creepy guys. They're going to like trying to hack into girls' barcodes and try to see their fucking, what their details are, you know? Like, oh, let me get those deets. Like, oh, wait, no, I don't need to because I already broke into your fucking barcode, you know? And then fucking boom, they're out. Like it's going to be a scary fucking world, man. I almost want to like live to fucking see it. Like, you know what I mean? Wake me up in like 1,000 years. Like, let me see what the fuck happened. Like, let me see the whole timeline.
I don't think we're going to have to wait 1,000 years for that.
Oh, no, it's going to be right around the corner. Pretty soon people are just going to come to your house and grab you. They're going to be able to grab you.
Oh, yeah.
And take you against your fucking will. Like, fuck that. No, I'll be ready, man. I'll be fucking ready. They're all, if they're going to take me out, we're going all out together. Like, boom. I'll fucking strap like dynamite to my fucking chest. Like, no fucking way.
That is the type of thing that you'd want to write a movie about. It's kind of like Fight Club, how like they try to blow up the banks and stuff like that to kind of just flatten everything out. In an instance like this, when the first person gets the chip in them, they're like, I got chipped, right? And then on fucking Z100, you hear, I got my chip. I got my chip. Oh shit, you heard she got her chip? Oh, he got his chip? Oh, I'm getting my chip, right? That's when we fucking got to find a way to blow up the world, the whole planet. We have to. I'm just going to find it. I'm going to strap a book back on my fucking, take a notebook and a pencil, strap it on my back, go into the woods for like 3 years and figure out a plan to blow the fucking planet up.
Yeah, that's funny, man. The commercial fucking got me, man. The chip commercial, that's fucking hilarious. See some fucking cornball actual name Chip, and he's like, I'm Chip, and I got the chip. Like,
shut up, Chip.
And then it's like, all right, get your chip, man.
Right.
Like, yeah, dude, it's good that you're gonna try to make it being cool and shit, but you're gonna be a half fucking computer program.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man. Like, dude,
there's gonna be a commercial like these kids are going into a party. They're like, yo, you guys got chips? And they're like, potato chips? Like, nah, man.
They laugh.
Chips.
Oh, you got chips?
Yo, you know what's gonna happen too when they use their magic laser ray guns to see if you are vaccinated?
Yep.
They're gonna have another ray gun that when it comes up not vax, they're gonna osmosize you. They're gonna fucking you're gonna dissipate. They're gonna shoot you.
You're gonna fucking melt right in front of the eyes if you find that. Yo, imagine a movie where you're the one unvaccinated person and you're trying to live that fucking life through them without them knowing. Oh, that'd be
unvaxxed.
Like, dude, yo, that'd be a fucking good fucking movie, man. That's the way. That's what's fucking coming down to, man. It's a shame, man.
It's wild, man.
Fucking damn shame. Poor kids have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Maybe being Chip's gonna be sick.
Like, yo, you become like more enhanced.
Yeah, I mean, they could just put information into. Imagine we are walking dictionaries, walking sources, walking encyclopedias.
Yo, what if I could start doing like backflips out of nowhere and fucking like mad like fucking karate moves and shit, like a fucking like an MMA fighter and shit, like I do some spin kicks and break legs, all because of the fucking chip.
Right.
Like, yo, now we're talking, man. Sign me up. Like, I'm digging this ship now.
Only thing is, though,
if you have cool chips like that, if maybe that's like I don't know, you got to be like, man, like a billionaire to get chips like that. You know what I mean?
But if they could do that kind of stuff, if that's legit, they can input like information into your system. They could kill you at fucking will then too.
They could shut you down.
100% shut you down. They just manipulate it. They put a little pulse here, which hits there, and you're smoked. They smoked you.
Either way, you're gonna end because like somebody's gonna determine like a virus for the chip. Like, you know what I mean? That's basically what it is, right?
Well, they're gonna kill you with the chip, but then they're gonna say it was coronavirus.
Right. It's a coronavirus from fucking AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
The fucking
spyware shit. Fucking shit.
Wow, it's pretty wild though.
But it would be cool if people worked. Well, imagine everybody knew everything. You could never have a conversation ever.
Nah, if you had all like, what about like reading people's thoughts? What if you're able to do that?
I think everybody would be killing each other.
Now, like, I would definitely stay in my house. I'm like, nope, you're not fucking reading my fucking thoughts today. Like, if I go to a fucking like mall, right? And like, you know, single guy, whatever, and I'm fucking walking down and I see this fucking like hot girl walk by me. She like what's gonna happen? Like, I would never be allowed to fucking walk in the fucking mall.
We gotta wear those. We gotta set ourselves up. You know, in the '80s movies where they have like the tinfoil helmets
to block it.
Like,
she's not getting me. So you know, she'd be walking by like perv, like, you know, perv alert and shit. Like you get fucking like at 187 and shit, like Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah. Don't make me beg now.
Yeah, that won't be fun for me.
Yeah,
I don't need that kind of. That's like you get on the level like superpower type shit.
Yeah, I mean, Well, think about though, if you commit a crime though, and they sit you down, like they just read your mind,
Right.
but then they need those thoughts audited because the cops could just be like, yeah, I mean, we read his mind. You know, it says he did it.
Right.
You know, we need an external auditor who can always be gotten to anyway, though. You know, there's always just corruption no matter what.
Yeah, but what if like they say like say the cops frame the guy, right? Like,
Yeah.
the cops like, yeah, we fucking, we read his mind, like, he did it. But then you go to fucking on trial, and then the judge is like reading your mind, like, wait, he got framed, so he knew the truth because he could read the mind, so you can never get away with any of the fucking corrupt shit. You will not be able to get away with any of it.
All right, but what if maybe we can't read each other's mind, but there's a device that can read your thoughts?
Device. Okay. A
you know,
that can read your thoughts. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely get into the wrong hands. It'd be like when like Biff in Back to the Future 2, when he got his hands on the fucking, it all comes back to the future. And he got the book.
Yeah.
And then he used it for bad purposes. He had the Biff, the fucking casino, which actually looked dope. The whole fucking casino looked fucking awesome. I love Back to the Future 2. She was a dope movie. But yeah, it's almost like that. Like you get somebody like that, get their hands on those fucking things, and then boom, man, it goes dark real fucking quick. That's what I kind of think happened in this fucking world. Like the people that own this fucking virus, that own the fucking vaccine, that owned the original virus to begin with, that sent it out there, those people made fucking bank coming out with that. Not to mention like the other people like that, the rich got richer during the pandemic, that you weakened the economy, you took more wealth for yourself, you're becoming like a huge superpower. Like now, is that fucking China? Did China do that to become more powerful against us? Maybe they're the ones that fucking released the virus, like everybody says, but they just wanted more power, more money, because China eventually is going to own us. They're the ones going to be fucking inserting fucking barcodes up our assholes. It's fucking China.
I mean,
watch out, India and Ghana. China's coming for you too. That's our listeners in Ghana and India.
I don't like to blame foreign countries because I like to blame our own country.
Oh, they're in cahoots.
I think they're both. I think they both did it. I mean, come on, you telling me that two leaders of countries, and the leader of our countries, they're all pussies. Number one, right? But the leaders in other countries, they're not fucking pussies. They're ruthless animals, right? Some of these people. Yeah. Not to say that like our president's probably killed plenty of people in the fucking throughout their terms, but these people are just they do it in plain fucking view. But like, you're telling me you can't sit down with another president? You guys aren't. They're getting along. They're drinking beers after the press conference. Like, they already turn the cameras off. They could be yelling at each other. They're getting beers. They're getting local. They're getting the hottest strippers coming in. They're taking care of business after that. Come on, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to become the leader of a country. Let's enjoy it together, fellas. You know what I mean?
I mean, Bill Clinton let the secret out.
What do you say?
Like when he was fucking around with Monica and doing his fucking shit on the side, like, without Hillary knowing. Yeah. Like pretty much like he leaked the secret out. Like that's what they do. They got all that fucking money, that power. Of course, that's going down a crooked path.
Right.
They're probably pissed at fucking him for being a leader of one of these, the country, whatever, But this is just Bill, like, doing this stupid shit. Imagine, like, Kim Jong-il and shit killing, like, family members and shit like that.
Right.
That's, like, ruthless, sick shit. So I don't.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the aliens that were about? I thought weren't we talking about aliens, like, out of nowhere and take our minds off of other topics? What happened to that topic?
It was like a few months ago, and then all of a sudden, like, it was in and out of the news. Like, they warned us.
Yeah.
It's called predictive programming, where they throw it out there just to get it in your mind. So when the aliens do come, you're going to be like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Remember before COVID, they said that, they knew about aliens?
Yeah.
Eventually, they're just going to fucking show up and, I don't know, hopefully don't kill you. Hopefully do something, like, simple, like steal your mail or some fucking bullshit. I don't want to have to fight aliens and COVID and all this fucking madness.
I think if aliens came onto this planet, which, I mean, they're probably here already, and I probably live amongst them with no issues at all. But if like some weird robot creature started like just popping up out of nowhere, walking up the street,
yeah,
I'd probably just I'd leave here. And I don't mean like the state or the planet. I think I'd leave here.
You leave with the alien. You probably leave with the alien, but yo, take me with you.
I'm
like,
going.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to live with aliens floating around on the country, like ready to kill you at any time.
No way, man. No way. If you have to deal with the Greys, like, no way. You know what I mean? What if you just like out, like just shopping or whatever, and then also fuck aliens? They might fucking like eat you. Like you might have a creature that's gonna might eat you, like, you know, with like crazy fucking powers and shit that can fucking fly. Yeah, but eventually that's coming.
Yeah. I guess would we even know if we saw an alien, or would we just be like, I doubt they're gonna look like us, but maybe aliens are on this planet. They're just weird ass creatures. You know those fish that are at the bottom of the ocean that look like
yeah, I know. The terrifying one.
Maybe
somebody,
maybe like a UFO was flying out and they were just like, oh, I hate this stupid fish pet. My girlfriend bought me these dumb fish. I'm gonna dump it out over this planet, and it just fell into like planet Earth, and now this psychotic creature lives at the fucking like 50,000 feet underneath sea level with no light, but could somehow see and sense everything, and looks like a fucking demon.
Fucking a scary fuck. They couldn't make that. Whoever created that thing couldn't make it more scary fucking looking. I know that fucking picture you're talking about.
Yeah.
you described it perfectly, because yes, it looks like a fucking demon with his fucking scary looking fucking jaw. Dude, imagine, like, I would love to fucking see what's going down there in the fucking bottom of the ocean.
God.
That's a whole nother fucking like world, man.
Dude, there's a spot in the ocean where there's ice at the bottom of the water. No, I'm sorry. It's like, yes. There's ice. So it's like, it got so cold that there's ice, but they think it could be warm enough that there's water underneath it or something like that.
Like another level underneath that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How far does it fucking go, man?
I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Like they got to have some kind of like special equipment that could be able to go down there, right? You would think.
Yeah. They get all the way down there. I don't know if, the Mariana Trench or something like that is like the lowest part of the ocean. I don't know if it's the lowest part that they've ever explored, or I'm sure
there's got to be more. There's probably more than just that. That's probably the easiest one they could find. That's like the deepest part of the ocean, you know?
I'm sure that from like radar and shit, they could plot out the whole fucking ocean bottom, bottom of the ocean, and know like, okay, this is where the lowest part is, but I don't know if they can get as low. I guess maybe they can. I don't know.
It's almost like a secret compartment below the ice. Like there's a whole nother fucking like world and shit probably.
It could be.
You know what? We need a drought. You know what I mean? Just a drought, like at least like half the ocean, so we can at least like go like that far to see like, what the fuck, what's in here, what's down here. There's got to be so much crazy shit, man.
That'd be wild, man, to explore the bottom of the. Oh my, that'd be scary, man.
Dude, it all fucking washed up, all fucking dried, and you have like basically like you have 1 week to survive without water on the earth.
Yeah,
but you get to search the whole fucking planet and see what the fuck's been down there the whole time.
Yep.
That'd be some fucking wild shit, man.
There's probably so much treasure at the bottom of the ocean.
Who knows?
I mean, how much treasure could really be at the bottom of the ocean? Because like, how many pirate ships sank with all this gold?
I mean, that's all they had back then. Fucking gold. You know how many fucking idiots probably fucking dropped gold in the ocean?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
From back in the day, from the beginning of time.
Yeah, but who's going to be dropping in? Like, the only way that it'd be in it is if your boat sank.
Yeah, or if you're just like, if you're just throwing like money at your friend or whatever on the boat, and it just fucking flies out. Or I don't know. What if like you killed yourself and you brought your gold with you, or you shot somebody that had gold on another boat and they just fell with their gold? I don't know. There's so many different like ways.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But
what if underneath that ice is just gold?
It could be
fucking all gold. It's funny. Like I seen like I don't know what made this remind, but I was driving on the 287 a few days ago. I was in the right lane or whatever, and all of a sudden I see like a phone in the middle of the road. I drive over it. I don't run it over, but I drive over it, And then I come down like a little block and I see this dude on the motorcycle look into his backpack. And I'm like, oh, he must have fucking dropped his phone on the fucking parkway. So I'm like, honking the horn. I'm like, have my phone in my hand. I'm like, back there. And he's like, all of a sudden you see him with his hands on his helmet. Yeah, it was actually kind of like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, poor fucking guy, man. He dropped his phone. And like, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, there's no fucking way you're going to be able to retrieve that in the right lane.
Yeah.
With people merging on the fucking exit. Like, that phone is fucking done.
Damn.
That's not a cool way to fucking lose it, man.
How the fuck did we get to that?
I don't know. It's something made me fucking remind me of that. But fucking being like lost shit, like gold being lost.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of figure like the guy lost his fucking phone and shit, because people are idiots. They do just drop and lose shit.
Yeah.
Case in point with that. So you talk about people in like the early 1800s, 1600s, whatever hundreds it was that they had all this fucking gold. Of course, these fucking idiots were fucking dropping that shit. They were probably the dumbest people on the fucking planet. You know what I mean? They didn't have no schooling or no nothing. They barely had any fucking language. Like people back in the day, they were probably really dumb. Like I would love to like track down my family history, like all the way back to the beginning and see like where I came from. Or like, does everybody come from the same stupid like beginning? You know what I mean? Or we just a bunch of idiots? Like, how's that shit happen? Like, I want to know the trainer from like, 900 BC. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet that guy. Like, there's got to be a guy like that. Like, what did he look like? What did he do? Like, was he one of the assholes that lost all the gold in the ocean?
Imagine there's a guy from 900 BC that looked very similar to you, and his name was Mike Trainer.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool though.
That's like your great grandfather, like a million times over.
That'd be fucking dope. Because there's only like how you see like pictures of people like from back in the day, like in 1900s, the first photograph or whatever, and they kind of look like you. You ever run into like the doppelgangers and shit? Like, what if that was you? Like, what if you were like reincarnated? Like that just it looks too eerily similar to me and shit. Like, if you look at like old pictures, if you go to the library and look at like pictures from like I think it's like 1800s, whatever is the first photograph, whatever the fuck it was, you'll eventually run into people that look like you. There was even this dude at the gym that was on the treadmill one day, like back when I was working at a New York Sports Club. Like he looked like me.
Yeah.
We even like when we crossed paths the first time, like we even kind of like looked at each other, like almost like we were looking in the fucking mirror and shit. Like I'm like it was fucking weird and shit. Like I'm like, I'm like me. Is that me? Yeah, I'm telling you, you can eventually like if you do your long enough research, you could find people that look like you, 100%.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of like me and DNA or 23 or whatever the fuck those names are. Instead of your DNA, you just send out and get pictures like how you look, like find people that look like you. There's got to be a website with that, right?
Probably.
You upload your picture and then people look like you. I got to try that, see that out. But then again, I don't want to put my information out there.
Yeah.
Then they'll fucking definitely kidnap me and shoot me up with the fucking arm with the Vex. Don't need that shit.
What were we just talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Shit.
I had something real good I wanted to say. I know that.
Yeah.
What the fuck was it?
Yeah, things are going great.
Wow. We're going to be listening to the podcast. We're like, damn it, that's what it was? How can I not fucking remember this?
Shit. Fuck. Somebody rewind it for us.
Like the doppelganger.
Oh, doppelganger. Exactly. Yes. So you know when you see your doppelganger, you're supposed to kill him before he kills you, right?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit. We both let each other go.
Because there's doppelgangers out there that are actually looking to hunt you down and kill you. So it's true. Dude, I was in Bronxville one time driving and like near Sarah Lawrence College over there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just driving. I don't know. I was going to get breakfast or something. And I see this dude in the back of a taxi like this. Like he's like laying on the window like this, like all disappointed. Like Like maybe this is the last day he had on Earth to find his doppelganger to kill him, and then if he doesn't, he loses and he dies, right? So
Okay.
he's out. He's got his head up against the window, and he sees me. He's going past the intersection, and he goes like this. He lifts his head up, and he looked fucking pissed.
No shit.
I swear to God. And he wanted to kill me. And that's what he was there for. But I just busted a left, and he never saw me again. He blew it. Mike, I swear.
Did he look like through you?
Yes. He looked fucking lifeless. He looked like he had black eyes, and he looked like he was passing me by like, motherfucker.
No way.
I swear to God, bro. It was so weird. I was like, did I just see that? I just made a left and got a bacon, egg, and cheese.
It's like, yo, you have fucking black eyes and shit. That's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like, you run into your doppelganger, it's just fucking black eyes staring right back at you.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I know that happened, but at the same time, I'm starting to convince myself that I made that whole story up.
And it didn't happen?
I told that story to so many people before because it did happen.
Yeah, you think
it did happen. I know it did happen. But it feels like I made it up right now.
How many times have you seen this doppelganger?
Just one time, man.
Just that one time, huh?
Survived them. Yeah, he only should. Though your doppelganger only shows himself, reveals himself to you one time in your life. If you survive, you did good.
Dude, that'd be a great fight. Like going against your doppelganger, like the same kind of like, you know, characteristics and shit.
Right.
Like, it would just be like, I don't know, man. Be fucking awesome. Like the video game. Like sometimes, like when I'm the Giants on Madden online, and I go to play like, you know, somebody randomly around the world, all of a sudden they'll have the Giants too. So I'm playing the Giants versus the Giants, and I hate it. It drives me fucking crazy because it's the same shit. Like, you know what they're gonna do, they know what you're gonna do.
Right.
So imagine like a doppelganger where it's just like, man, you're fighting each other. Like the fight would just probably like go on forever, or end really quick.
Right.
You know what I mean? So depending on how your fighting style, how you are with your doppelganger. Damn, I kind of want to meet my doppelganger now. I want to fucking fight him.
Dude, what if doppelgangers are legit real and they have superpowers, and when they do find you, they could kill you any way they want to? And it's not them killing you. They have power to like control that guy. So like we're hanging out, me and you at Cross County, and your doppelganger finds you. And now then he takes control of me for a second. I'm like, fuck you, Mike, and I shoot you. Right?
It's like the Naked Gun when fucking Nordberg got fucking possessed. Like, I almost killed the queen. It's like Nordberg. Dude, that's what it is. Holy shit.
That's what it is.
Yeah, nah. What if your doppelgangers like live on another planet?
They're fucked.
And then they come here and then they find you.
Oh, yeah, they're aliens. They're aliens.
They're aliens, but they got fucking like alien DNA from all the fucking microchips they had in their fucking world. Oh, dude, that could go down a real bad path right now.
They get picked. Their doppelganger. They get chosen like from like a fucking bingo wheel, right? It's like B56. Like I got B56, and then they give you the person that you're gonna be. So you could be like a hot chick or like a dude, and then maybe when they come down here, some of them are like, yo, I'm a super hot chick, I'm loving this, fuck my doppelganger. And then so there's doppelgangers living amongst us, and they shouldn't be, but they're alien. They're the aliens. Our doppelgangers are the people, the aliens that have been sent here who love life here so much that they just want to stay.
They don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What if you were a doppelganger of Nick?
And that was the real Nick.
That was the real Nick at the fucking stop.
Yeah, and he was like, he had to kill me in order to regain his life.
And now he's got to fucking go back up to doppelganger land.
Yeah, he gets sent up to doppelganger land.
And he's finito. It sucks up there.
Ooh,
He failed at his fucking doppelgangerness.
It's an endless cycle of doppelgangers.
Like you said, man. But then again, you can't judge a book by its cover. So the doppelganger might be a really nice fucking person.
It's very true.
So with that, that's it for the Mix It Up podcast this week. Mike, that's Nick. Nick, where can they find us?
In my living room most of the time. What about you?
In my living room too, with my daughter. But I'm talking about online in the fucking chip world.
Just in your dorm. You can find us at the Mix It Up Pod on Instagram, and you could find us also where, Mike?
On the Twitterverse at the Mix It Up Podcast. Then you can find us on the other Instagram channel that we do, Big Blue Offensive _ Mix It Up. And then you can find me at Mike Trainer MFT on Twitter. Nick, I don't know if you still got Twitter or you got personal information you want to share on the Mix It Up. What people can do.
I think I have Twitter. I never go on it. I have Instagram. You can't have it unless you got it. And then if you got it, then you got it.
Right. And then just fucking keep listening. Tell your friends. Like and subscribe and smash that button.
Do
it! That, yeah.
Just do it!
The cat in the box.